there's one thing that I've learned from this trip so far is that people are super helpful when you need help. We called the shop that was about a mile down the road from the Walmart, and they said, yep, bring it on down. Walked in, they were working on vehicles, and the guy just immediately stopped what he was doing, grabbed his scanner, came out to the van, and I don't know why, but the lights turned off and we're back to how we were normally running. So we've turned the van off, turned it back on, we've driven it around Presque Isle a little bit, and everything seems to be fine. So we're gonna do a little audible on today. We already canceled pretty much all the plans we had, all the video shoots that we had scheduled. So I think we're gonna go try to go to a state park up here, a Artic State Park, and just get some movement in.
We're going off a hope and a prayer today, so.
Yeah, hopefully that was just a little glitch in the system and now we'll be back up and running, but I think we all need a little movement. Yeah, so we just got to Artic State Park. It was about 10 minutes down the road from Presque Isle, and there's a pretty good rated all trails hike here. I think it's like 2 miles with almost 900 feet of elevation gain. Had nothing to really compare that to, as we're not quite hikers, but we just got to a real steep part, and I don't know if it's gonna show on camera, but we're going straight up that, which looks like nothing, but it's essentially a wall.
And I'm a little out of shape.
Let's excited.
I got these growing pains when the storm wind blows. I'm the weather vane.
First big lookout. Made it to the top. How you doing, babe?
I'm okay.
That was crazy. That was very short and very steep, but I think we're going to be treated with a pretty nice view here quickly, but I don't really know where.
Wow.
Down the hill we go. Pretty easy going downhill after going 650 feet uphill in not a long amount of time. But Cliff's loving life, pulling us along, calling him Sniffy Cliffy because he's just sniffing everything. And down we go.
We just walked by a cute little painted rock and we're like, oh my god, so cute. Tell me why it says butthole drips.
Awesome. Great to know. Great to know. Made it back.
We made it.
That was a little more strenuous than we were expecting, but maybe we're just both out of shape.
Probably.
Now we're gonna jump in the van, have some lunch, and then try to make a plan for tonight. The hurricane is like 1 day away, Hurricane Lee, so we don't really know where we are gonna be because we were supposed to be right in DownEast Maine, which is essentially where it's gonna make landfall or just to the east of it. So we're gonna try to make a plan.
Yeah, I think we need to avoid that area a little bit.
Joel's mom would probably have a heart attack if we were down there, so we'll see what happens. We'll keep you guys posted.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, Cliffy. Today is the day that our family has been the most nervous about. Today is the day that Hurricane Lee hits the state of Maine. We're up in Houlton, Maine. We were planning on trying to be in like the Lubec-Machias area right on the coast, but we kind of decided against it, decided to play it safe, and we stayed up in Northern Maine. So we're just getting regular rain. It's really no different than a thunderstorm. And there's been one gust that kind of shook the van, but other than that, pretty standard. But Jill and Cliff are all settled in the back. How's the hurricane back here, folks?
Quite cozy. I'm actually so glad that it's kind of a gross day because I feel like I have been needing just like a day of reading and relaxing and chilling, but it was a little bit of a funny morning showering with a bottle of water because we're low on water and we were both in need of smelling a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
The glamorous life of van living.
So this is the setup. Doing some editing, drinking some coffee, and Jill and Cliff are gonna be chilling. We survived Hurricane Lee, stayed in this parking lot. It was not bad at all, just some wind and rain. Stopped late last night, and so we're gonna finally start heading south, which was our original plan. We're gonna go down Route 1. I still have a bunch of client work to do today, so Jill said we're gonna go until I get antsy for work. I don't know where that'll be, but we'll find out. We're about 30 minutes down Route 1 and we just stopped at our first overlook. This is called the $1 Million View Overlook, and it just overlooks Eastern Maine. It's so beautiful. Got the lakes out there too. So we're gonna make some breakfast, kind of fuel up, get ready to go. We swap drivers. Jill's gonna take a little leg on Route 1 as we get back on the road here. We're just north of Danforth, Maine, and this part of Route 1 is pretty bare. We're excited to finally be getting out of Northern Maine and heading down to coastal Maine. We're excited to see the ocean. So we should get there later on this afternoon, find a place to sleep tonight, and for me to get some more work done.
Everybody buckle up and hold on tight.
Here we go.
Feel it now every time I leave. It hits me hard and it cuts me deep. I'm 1,000 miles from happiness, 1,000 miles from you.
Welcome to Eastport, Maine.
We jumped off Route 1 for a quick stop. One of our friends that we met in the van, actually, his name is Ryan, gave us the suggestion of checking out Eastport. It's a cool little town right on the water. So we're gonna go walk around. We literally have no idea what's here, but we're gonna go explore.
And this is our hat shop. It's called Ye Old Hat Shop. And we have vintage hats and handmade hats that I made last year, and they seem to be quite popular. It's been real fun to sell hats that I've made.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to make hats, but I got it on YouTube and watched people making hats. I said, I can do that. And this year we've sold, I think, 417. We started putting the hats together, and then people started coming in, you know, and about the first of July, and having fun.
Yeah.
And everybody was having fun, and well, we all need fun these days, so it's been a real hoot.
The stop in Eastport was definitely worth it. Ye Old Hat Shop, definitely someplace that you would have to come and check out while you're here. The owners are super cool. It gave us the time of day to talk about their story and tell us their story on camera, which is something I've always imagined doing on our trip, but super excited that we finally got to do that on the first one.
Jim told us that he is originally from California and heard from a friend about like some housing here and how beautiful it was. So he hitchhiked all the way from California to Eastport, Maine, which is not like easy to get to at all. And he's been here and loved it ever since. So we are like so grateful something was like saying to go into that shop, and it was just the most unique, like cool experience.
Tonight we are staying over in Machias, which seems like it's the most van-friendly place in all of Maine. They have spots right down by the water. I'm gonna pop the drone up. This is usually a pretty secluded lot, but it's very busy down here because Bad Little Falls are really raging with a bunch of water from Hurricane Lee. So there's a bunch of people stopping down here and checking out the falls, but we're gonna stay here tonight. And then we're gonna head to Ellsworth, I think, tomorrow. So yeah, should have a quiet night tonight. Gonna get some work done in the morning, and then we're gonna start making our way towards Acadia National Park, which we are super excited to go back and visit. And we get to bring Cliff this time. We've never been there with Cliff, so we're super excited. Woo. Hi, Cliffy. Are you ready to go for the ride? Are you ready to go for a ride? You want to go to Ellsworth today? Okay. So another jump off of Route 1 brings us down to Jasper Beach, and this beach is known for something pretty interesting. It's definitely not its sandy beaches. It's actually because the whole beach is made of rocks. So when the water crashes up on the rocks, it makes such a cool sound when the water goes back out. It's raining and I don't really think we made it here at the perfect time for it, but I hope we were able to capture a few of those. That sound is so peaceful. I feel like that could be like a sleep machine when the waves go back out and it's just making all those rocks clang together. So peaceful. Well, that was definitely worth the stop, and I am so glad that Joe got to experience that. I had been there once before, but that sound is so amazing. But back on Route 1, and now we're gonna go to kind of one of those classic Maine roadside attractions. Let's go.
I don't know if it's the world's largest, but it's a big bloob.
Look at this thing. Welcome to Wild Blueberry Land.
My mind leads to you. It leads to you. Every mile on my path leads to you. It leads to you.
What'd you get, baby?
Real blueberry juice.
Okay, give it a try.
It tastes like wine. Like a blueberry, like it's not very sweet.
Huh.
It's okay.
It almost tastes like grapes. No, it's good. It definitely tastes like blueberry, but wasn't what I was expecting, but
It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
yeah, it's worth the try.
Cheers.
I don't know if you can see what's over my shoulder, but we have arrived at another Walmart parking lot. I like to say, if it's for free, it's for me. We're definitely excited in the next couple days to head into Acadia, the Bar Harbor area. We're going to be staying at a campground so we can fill the van back up with water. We can dump our tanks. We can take showers, which we're very excited for. I think that's what Jill has been waiting for a couple days. But this really wraps up this first leg of the trip from Northern Maine all the way down. This isn't quite the video I dreamed of making, but it's been quite the adjustment to get into van life, and we have been having some serious van trouble. The van keeps throwing a couple different lights and it gets stuck in first gear, and we have to pull over, have to crawl under the van, push on a sensor, drive it down the road, turn off the van, turn it back on, and it's really kind of been taking over my brain, giving me a bunch of anxiety. So I definitely have not been filming as much as I want to. But if you guys have made it this far, truly appreciate you. This will be our first one, so hopefully we're only going up from here with video quality and how much we're bringing you guys along. But we're super excited. We have a couple days in Acadia National Park planned, and we just love hanging out in Bar Harbor, so we'll try to take you guys around for this special place that means a lot to us. This is where we got married 3 years ago, almost to the day. So hang with us, guys. Thanks for being here. We're excited to finally be back in civilization. And yeah, hope to hear from you guys soon.
Another glorious night in Walmart. Cheers, guys.